So first of all, if you can tell us about your business, tell us about what you do.
Okay, so my name is Kerry and I'm a professional magician. I've been a magician for 17 years now, and I perform at events all around the UK. So, corporate events, private parties, but one of the big things that I like to work at, one of my favourite events, are weddings. So I just love weddings, and I love performing magic at them. It's great. I get to meet lots of people, and it's just a lot of fun, and I just love it. I've been doing magic. I got into it sort of by accident. I was introduced to a local magic club. As you can probably tell from my accent, I'm from Hull originally, and I got there's a Hull Magicians Club, and I was a member there for a few years, and then I met more and more magicians from there, and it kind of just went on, and then yeah, I'm now where I am 17 years later, member of the Magic Circle and all of that.
Was there anything about magic that kind of drew you in? Like, as a kid, did you love it, or was there anything? Was there a performance that you saw that you thought, oh, that's something that I definitely want to do?
Yeah, I mean, for me, we grew up watching, sort of giving my age away now, but we grew up watching Paul Daniels on a Saturday night, and I just loved it. I really wanted to be Debbie McGee. It was just the dresses and the glamour and the glitter and
like
the whole thing. Yeah. So yeah, that was my sort of introduction to magic, and then, as I say, I was then introduced to a local magic club, and then it was weird actually, because as I say, I always just thought about being, an assistant type of person, and then actually to be the magician instead. It's I really enjoy it, and it
is like, to be a female magician, like, there aren't many, are there? Like, it is quite when I first saw you, because I followed you for a while on the social media, but I hadn't actually met you, and then when I collared you at that wedding fair, and I ran over and I got you to show me a trick, because up until that point I'd only really ever seen male magicians. I hadn't really met a female magician, and you're obviously a member of the Magic Circle, and you received an award recently.
I did, yes. So I'll show you my this is my Magic Circle membership card, and there's 3 levels of the Magic Circle, and MIMC, which is member of the Inner Magic Circle with gold star, which is the red membership card, is given only by call of the president of the Magic Circle. There's less than 300 in the world at any one time, and currently there are only 20 women in the world with the title, and
Wow.
I was given it last year. So
I was
the 20th currently. Obviously there's been more than 20 over the years, but currently there's 20 of us. So,
wow.
Yeah.
So do you, with that kind of thing, do you find out that it's going to happen, or is it just presented to you and it's a complete surprise?
I was totally surprised. I was asked to come and perform magic at the awards evening, and I never suspected a thing, because even at the awards evening, they don't award that. It's for other things that sort of go on annually.
Okay.
But yeah, there was a few people that knew, and they kept it randomly and weirdly, I guess, and ironically, they kept it a very good secret.
Yeah. Well, it's in the job title, isn't it? Like, you've got to do it.
But yeah, and female magician wise, there's a couple of us around, but there's not many. I think there's about, I think it was 88 when I last looked, members of the Magic Circle that are female.
Okay.
So, and I believe I'm the only one in Gloucestershire. So
if they want you, then you're the only one.
Yeah. But I would love to. I'd love there to be more. So if anybody's watching, fancy a career change, let me know.
It is, so with magic though, it's just such a wow thing, isn't it? Like, at weddings, people absolutely love to have a magician, because it's so effective, and it gets people talking, and it gets people laughing, and sort of for atmosphere, it's such a great thing to add to a wedding, isn't it?
It really is. It really, really does work at weddings. It's a great icebreaker. There's sort of different times when you can have magic, and none of these are set in stone, because everybody's wedding is different. But usually the 3 sort of key times would be, so between the ceremony and the wedding breakfast starting, so that drinks reception bit, or around the tables during the wedding breakfast, or in that gap between the day and the evening. And it works, the drinks reception one really does work well, because you've sometimes got a lot of people there that the only people they know are the bride and groom, and obviously they've just watched them get married, but they haven't got to know everybody yet, because they haven't got into the table, so they're sort of stood around, and it's great. And that's where a magician really does come into their own, because I mean, the way I work, and a lot of my colleagues work as well, they will go up to this person here, get them to pick a card. While they're doing that, these people are watching, so then they sort of, as they're signing their cards, they turn to them and they're saying, oh, do you know this person? Oh, this is so and so and so and so and so. And we do the introductions for them, and then do some magic, and then we obviously, we then go off and do something else, and then they're sort of together and talking, and it just really does help, sort of just break the ice.
Makes people mingle. And I think people are always like interested, aren't they? Like, I always see, like, even when people have seen a lot of magic, people are always like eyeing up and seeing what's going on, because they want to be involved in it. And it seems to really bring people together. Like, it's a really nice way of bringing it.
Absolutely. I mean, people are naturally curious. I am. If I see something going on, I'm straight in there, really. But even the most reserved person would be kind of looking to see what's happening. And as I say, and from the magician's point of view, we keep an eye on that happening, so that we can bring people in and and introductions and things. So once somebody sort of reacts to something, people look over to see what's going on, and that's how it kind of works.
We have got a question from Pippa, asking if you need to if someone was to book you, do they need to provide anything like a changing room or plug sockets, or is there anything that you need from them when they book you, or can you just go in and do your stuff?
No, pretty much. So I have everything in a small bag that I take in with me, and I literally just sort of turn up and I'm kind of good to go, really. Sometimes if there's somewhere, obviously just to leave, depending on what time of year it is, if there's somewhere just to pop my coat or my handbag or something like that, but generally I'm pretty much just sort of good to go. I'm quite low maintenance, really.
You don't need much looking after. You look after yourself.
Not really. No, sometimes a cup of tea, but that's about as much as it gets.
That's the northern in you, that is.
I know, I can't help it. It's just in my blood.
So if someone was to book you for a wedding, how would they go about that? What do they need to do to get the booking secured?
Okay, so what they would need to do is just contact me, and they can contact me. I have lots of different ways, so they can contact me through Facebook, they can contact me through Instagram, emails, they can phone me. People are tending to do that a little bit more these days, aren't they? Which is really nice. And I must admit, actually, even if I get an email, I will at some point ask if I can talk to them, because I just like to get to know people, and I ask them lots of questions about their wedding, because I'm interested in what's happening and how many people they've got and things. So I ask them all the questions that I would need to know, the date, the time, the venue, anything that I need to know about. So if there's any other entertainment going on, because obviously if in the drinks reception there's 20 people and they've also got a band, and everybody's going to be in that room, then that's not the best time to have me. So I would tell them, exactly when would be the best point to have a magician at the wedding, so that they kind of get the most out of it. And also, one of the big things as well, I always say to brides and grooms, because they're so busy on their day, and again, as the magician, you never really get a chance to get to see them. So when we do the drinks reception bit, I always ask them to speak to, such as you, their wedding planners or their venues or their photographer, whoever. And when everybody's going in for their meal, just to stand back for 10 minutes and have 10 minutes with the magician, just so that they can almost just relax and chill out for 10 minutes and have some magic. The photographer can usually get some quite funny photos then of them reacting, but it gives them something else to do, and then they go in and it kind of all starts again. But also, from a selfish point of view, we get to see the brides and grooms.
I think that's the thing. Like, there's so many things that, like, when I got married myself, that because I'd been a wedding planner for so long, there was a lot that I realised when I got married, that there's so much that I learned, but you miss out on stuff when you're the bride and groom. So, like, I mean, from our point of view, it was, it was the cheese. We had a cheese board and I was really excited about it. We had a big cheesecake, but I didn't even get any cheese because I completely forgot, because you're so busy, like schmoozing people and walking around, and people are always sort of grabbing you here, there and everywhere. Like you just sort of, the day just flies by, and a lot of the time you don't just take a minute to just collect your thoughts and think, right, what am I doing? I'm enjoying my day, I'm so happy. But it's I think it's nice to have someone like you said, to take you away from it all a little bit, just to slow the pace, because it can just be a whirlwind, your wedding day, and like blink and you miss it. So it's really nice to have someone like you there to sort of break the day up a little bit.
Yeah, I always recommend that. So yeah, I go through all of this. I've got a booking sheet that I go through everything. I go through everybody's wedding, in detail. I mean, to be honest, I ask questions that I probably don't really need to know, but by the time I get to come to somebody's wedding, because I've been in touch with them so often, it's like I'm coming to a friend's wedding. So I'm interested. I do want to know how long they've been planning it. I do want to know what colour the bridesmaids are. I do want to know all this stuff, because then when I turn up and I see it all, it's amazing. Yeah, I love it. I'm so desperately missing weddings at the moment.
I know. Well, yeah, especially with your job. Like yours is such a face-to-face thing, isn't it? Like people, they want to see it. Right, I'm going to quickly show your website so that people know what they're looking for when they search for you. So this is Kerry's website. So it's fairly easy to find. I'm assuming that you can link to this for your Facebook, for your Instagram. You can link to your website through your socials. So even if you find Kerry on social media, you can then link to her website. So she's got all the information here, contact information as well. If you do want to find out more, you do want to get a quote, then you can get in touch with Kerry on here. Here's her contact details. And there's all the information on there as well about exactly the type of magic that Kerry can do. I always think that I can suss out magicians, and it really frustrates me when I can't, and you're one of those ones that I want to know how you do it and I can't. So it is like, if you see Kerry doing her stuff, like it is amazing. Like it's so fast, and it amazes me. I don't know how you do it.
Thank you.
But yeah, definitely head over to Kerry's website to get loads and loads more information. You've also you post a lot of like reaction videos as well, don't you, of the way that people react to your magic, and that's great to see as well, because it's nice to see the reactions of your guests as well, because I think you miss, obviously, a bride and groom, they might miss that because they're somewhere else. So that's really nice.
Yeah, that's it. And I usually try, and if I've got some nice pictures or videos, I will send them on as well, so that they've got it of their friends or family or whoever. But yeah, there's quite a lot of that on my Instagram actually, and on my highlights on my Instagram there's feedback and reactions, so people, instead of having to troll through all of my posts, they can just look on there and it will just flip from one to one. So if people want to see anything more, then they can go on there, and all the information is kind of on there really.
Fab. So Pippa's asked another question. She's asked about your cancellation policy, and this was one of my questions as well. So obviously, with everything going on with COVID-19, a lot of people are unsure of what would happen if they did book. So what is the policy that you've got in place?
Okay, so what happens at the moment, and this will go on for as long as this needs to. Obviously it's a little bit of a weird sort of situation we're all in. I mean, and I've had a lot of weddings that I is booked for May, June time, and in fact I think I've got 2 left in the diary for July, I think, that we're hanging on, and I've got a few in August, but I'm in touch with them and we're talking things through. And basically what happens is we move the date. So everybody that wants to rebook and change the date, that's fine, so long as I'm available. We just move that date, nothing else changes, it's just the date. So there's no extra charges, there's no extra fees. It doesn't matter if it was a Tuesday and now it's a Saturday, none of that matters. We just move the date, and so long as I can do it, then that's fine. I don't really take deposits anyway, but if anybody had paid a deposit and I can't do the wedding, then it's refunded, or I could try and find another magician, or basically I will do everything and anything I can to make sure that they have an easier journey as it is. It's horrendous what they're having to go through. I've had brides on the phone to me in tears, and it's awful. The last thing I want to do is give them anything else to worry about. So either we just change the date, that's fine, or I find somebody else, or as I say, if they have paid a deposit and I can't do anything, and or they're not, you know, they're cancelling and they're not putting another date in yet, then everything is just refunded. So it's as easy as it can be for everybody, really, you know.
And it is so unknown, isn't it? Like, nobody knows what's going to happen or when it's going to end. So I think it sounds like you're just being as accommodating as possible. So just to try and make their day perfect.
Yeah, and I've been very fortunate so far that there was only one wedding that one wedding that was cancelled, and I think they did still go ahead and get married, but they just did it with, like, you know, a couple of witnesses, and that was it, and that's absolutely fine, and I totally understand that, you know, and you know, it's fine, it's not a problem, but pretty much every other one I've been able to accommodate in, so it's, you know, touch wood, it's all been fine. I'm just sort of seeing what's happened, because every week that it goes on, then there's another week that kind of people then get in touch. But I've emailed everybody and we've been in touch, and we've just, you know, sort of just said, hey, you know, I'm here for when you're ready, see what happens, hopefully we'll keep that date. And some have asked me to hold a date for next year as well, which I have, you know. I you know, I'm just trying to help as much as I can, really. It's just really sad, but nothing we can do.
Well, we've done 20 minutes already. It's gone really, really fast. So if you want to book Kerry, then you can find her on social media, or you can head onto her website. I will be posting this video on social media as well with your link, so people will be able to link straight through. But if we can end it with a little bit of magic, that would be really special. Can you do that? I don't know. You qualified?
Well, you know, I'm busy this evening. I've got an appointment with my pajamas in the city, but I'm sure I could do something. All right, I am going to stand up for this, so you'll have to excuse my dodgy, if you can see it, my cycling suntan. Remove my. There we go. All right. So I'm going to show you a quick card trick, if that's all right. So I'll just give these a shuffle up, and so I'm just going to flick through the cards. Just say stop whenever you want. I'm going to get you to choose a card for me.
Stop.
There?
Yeah.
Okay. Remember this card?
Okay.
Have you got it?
Yeah.
Okay. Excellent. All right. So I'm going to try and find your card. I'm going to try a little mind reading with you. Have you ever had your mind read before? Actually, did I read it? I can't remember if I read it. All right. Concentrate on that card. Just see the colour, the value, the suit, and I think... Okay, I'm going to go with this one here. What was your card?
The Jack of Hearts.
The Jack of Hearts. Jack of Hearts?
Yeah.
Not the 10 of clubs.
No.
All right, I'm not very good at this. This is the first time doing this for Zoom, so obviously that's not very good, is it? All right. Actually, you'll be able to see I'm really not that good at this. I probably should practice this a little bit more. However, if we could take a couple of these pieces and maybe do some magic.
Oh, no.
I'm sure.
How do you do that? That's so clever. I loved it. I love it. I'm still tricked. Well, thank you very much. This has been really good. It's been really good to just get to know you a little bit more and get to know the face behind the name, because I think a lot of people, they see a website, they sort of overloaded with information when it comes to a wedding. So this is just a really nice opportunity to say hi. So I will leave it there, but thank you very much.
Can I point out one thing as well? If and when I come to weddings, I will have better hair than this. Not
lockdown hair.
Oh, I'm not a natural natural blonde, who knew?
None of us are. But thank you very much, Kerry, and I'll speak to you
Thank you.
soon.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.